had Magic pulling a buffalo out of a hat. I don't know. It's late. The Colorado Buffaloes keep the momentum going. They pulled off the upset in round one over TCU, and now they pull up another upset in round two as they pull off a come from behind victory as they were down at half in this game to knock off Javon Small and the West Virginia Mountaineers by a score of 67-60. They had, they had some good performances from Elijah Malone in this game. RJ Smith provided something off the bench. A kind of a weird-ish game. You kind of look at what happened last game and how Jakomowski was able to have a really good game, and Julian Hammond had a really good game, and that kind of propelled them to this point. It was other guys stepping up in this game. I think let me make sure I got this correct. Colorado had 37 bench points in this game. And again, they only scored 67 points, where you look on the other side, Javon Small carried a lot of the weight in this game as he had 23 points. He was really good in this basketball game, but they only got 12 points from their bench. Subi, I'll throw it over to you first. We got to do chest tap, me and you on this one. We picked the Mountaineers. We thought we were good. We were up at half, and the Buffaloes keep the magic rolling. What'd you see out of the Buffs and Tad Boyle and crew?
Yeah, man. One of those games where you just watch it and you say to yourself, "Man, why do I hop on these previews and recaps with Carter? Like, why do I put my voice and opinion out there when this nonsense happens?" And like everyone wants to, maybe it's taken me X amount of years to realize it's not March Madness. It's just a complete abnormality. Colorado, dude. Colorado went on a 15 to nothing run in the second half. This is a team that's won 3 games all regular season and conference. 2 of them came against TCU. Now, I spat in their face in the first game against TCU, and the wind blew back. All right. So I was wrong. And then I challenged them. I said, beat someone other than TCU. And they rattled off a 15 to nothing run. They came back from down double digits against a good West Virginia team. But a 15 to nothing run for Colorado, spearheaded for the most part by Elijah Malone, who's got, I mean, look, I just cackle every time he got the ball. Like it's not like a great post move or anything. It's old man, let me just toss this up. I'm somewhere on the block. I'm just gonna
My
flip
thick
this up.
king, we're here.
It's unbelievable, man. And so I'm just sitting there like, who could have predicted that? Who in their right mind could have? And even I think the biggest Buffalo fan wasn't going to be like, yeah, we're going to come back from down double digits. We're going to go on a 15 to nothing, like 15 to nothing run, dude. That's what Auburn goes on. All
Right,
right, not Colorado.
right. Well,
And then
a Colorado kill shot. Shout out to Evan Mia. Like, what world are we living in?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a foolish, fickle sport. But a 15 to nothing run spearheaded by Elijah Malone, absurd. Can we couple that now with Javon Small, who's in fringe All American talks, who is one of the best players in the Big 12, shot creator, shot bucket maker, all of that stuff. He was completely shut down in the second half. He got some garbage threes towards the end when they were trying to rally super late, but I think he had, like, there was a stretch where he only had one shot taken. I mean, he wasn't even missing. Colorado just took the ball out of his hands, or he gave the ball up. He was facilitating a little bit, but even Fran Fraschilla was saying it, man, you need to get a little bit more selfish. And I totally agreed. Like we needed him with the ball in his hands taking shots. So I'm just sitting there being like, no, I guess I didn't predict a 15-0 kill shot from Colorado, spearheaded by Elijah Malone, coupled with Javon Small disappearing in the second half. Hand up.
Yeah, I mean, and even those are just two things you just can't even call. If people expected us to call that, then you know what? Maybe this channel just isn't for you. Because like
It might not
Javon,
be for me.
it honestly might not be for. No, it is for me. I gotta be here. Damn it. But like Javon Small disappearing when they needed him the most is shocking to me. Truly shocking. And I think to your point, Priscilla really pointed out. My main gripe with Javon Small is that he had 5 assists in this game. I needed a 2 assist game. I needed him to take over. I needed him to be aggressive, and I don't think he was in that moment. And you got to give credit to Colorado. You got to give credit to Elijah Malone. Like you said, look, we talked about what this team had to do coming into this game, and it was take care of the basketball, and it was make 3 pointers. They didn't make 3 pointers. I'll tell you that. That they did not make 3 pointers. They were 5 of 13 from three in this game. Only 11 turnovers, so it did take fairly take care of the ball. 5 of those turnovers came from Javon Ruffin in this basketball game. But outside of that, it really was kind of dependent on that Elijah Malone spearheaded kill shot, while Javon Small wasn't able to get it done on the other end. And in a game that is usually decided by single digits or right in that range, I love to look at what the free throws look like for both teams. And West Virginia shot 67% from the free throw line, and Colorado was 81%, 82%. So, in a game like that, it makes a difference. I really tip my hat to this Colorado team for this run they're on. I can't believe it though. Like what am I really looking at here? I don't know.
So I can't believe it to an extent, but I will say there's a part, and maybe it sounds like I'm backtracking, and people, Buffalo fans, feel free to call me out. But I do think watching them, not just this tournament, but having watched them over the course of years, and look, they lost 3 NBA draft picks, right? But watching them, you're like, they're better than 3 conference wins. Like,
Yeah.
they are better than I didn't think they were better than TCU head to head. I didn't think they were better than West Virginia head to head. But man, they're better than 3 conference wins. And I will say Tad Boyle can still coach a little bit. So I mean, I'm still having trouble making sense of it, and I commend their efforts, but they're better than 3 conference wins, man. And I did say in the preview that I thought Joseph Yesufu could exploit something because he did in the previous matchup. He's not. That's rude. He was a non-factor. Yesufu, Yesufu was not that terrific. But man, Colorado, Cart. Obviously, this isn't breaking news. The gift isn't saying that there's going to be some Cinderellas. It's identifying who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you, in all sincerity, identify that Colorado is going to be a Cinderella in this Big 12 tournament, I need to know how and like why. Like, what were some of your criteria and what are you pointing at? I didn't see it, but alas, here they are in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the one thing in a preview that I thought, I mean, I'm a Detroit Tigers fan. It was Spencer Torkelson-esque the way we struck out, and I'll own that one. The one thing that I feel good about, though, the one thing that I maybe was like, maybe put a pin in this. Tad Boyle versus Darian DeVries. DeVries has let me down before. I don't forget, D. I don't forget ever. And Tad Boyle puts you in a box because the Big 12 is about that action. And Tad Boyle got it done. And look, I don't know how far this Colorado run is going to go. We'll have the preview for their next game on the channel. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to pick them to win. I'm sorry. I'm not getting there. I don't know if you're going to have that moment or not, but what's your farewell, I guess, to this not farewell, but what's your lasting impressions of this game and this Colorado team basically already almost doubling no, not doubling, but already almost winning as many games as they won the whole Big 12 conference season?
Saying that out loud is so preposterous. It really is. And they weren't going up against schlubs either, right? Like, this wasn't Cincinnati going up against Oklahoma State, who was not good. Like, TCU fought. And then, but that's the other thing. Colorado's fought back. They've gotten punched in the mouth by both of these teams, and they just fought back. And I think that's just a credit to them understanding, like, look, this is AQ or bust. Let's go out there, guns blazing, leave everything out there. Cart, here, my last question for you: is it not interesting that the quarterfinal field is made up of a decent amount of newcomers? We got, I mean, BYU, is this BYU's first year?
Second. They were in there last year.
Pope was there last year?
Yeah, Pope was there last year.
Oh, they're relatively new coach.
They're new.
I'm going to say new coach, right? Quarterfinals. Colorado, first year. Arizona, first year. Now, Arizona hasn't played a game, but they played well enough to get that automatic spot in the quarterfinals. The new guys are making a little bit of noise.
Yeah, are you staking your claim as the leader of the new school, the leader of the new guys in the Big 12?
No, I actually. Who would that be? It's probably going to be Colorado. Watch.
Okay, no, someone can't let that happen. But if it does happen, we will be here to recap that over here on Sleepers Media YouTube channel. West Virginia, I'm pretty sure is still in the tournament field. I haven't checked like updated things. They're in, right?
I wanted to make a mental note to ask you. I don't know. Maybe.
I am the self-renowned world's worst
Oh, same,
bracketologist.
dude.
Like it ain't for me. So I like to fake it, but it ain't for me. But I guess we'll see come Selection Sunday. That's what the greatness of Selection Sunday is.
DePaul's going to steal a bit out of the Big East. There you go.
I would hate my life. But this is the Big 12 tournament. We will have every preview and recap here on the channel. Congrats to the Buffaloes. Let's see if the magical run continues for them as they advance to take on, is it Texas Tech?
They got Houston, my boy.
Yeah, good run. Enjoy it, Colorado.